everybody! Welcome to D&D with the Banana Brothers. I'm yelling quiet at them for the last 2 seconds. Quiet, quiet, quiet!
I believe the word was shut up.
It was not. I never say that. That's a rude way of saying be quiet. But, you know, don't push my buttons. So welcome back to D&D with the Banana Brothers. This is going to be a fun episode because they are currently stuck on the Proxus. What is the Proxus, you might ask? Well, it is the nexus of Amonrath, which is the center of my world. As you can see on the map I posted, the Banana Brothers finally get to see the master map with everything on it. Well, that they can see. And you can see there that they're allowed to see right now because that map is constantly having stuff added to it. You can see that there are 8 doors to the on the Proxus, and they lead out to those various cities. And those were all kind of discovered as they walked around to each door and had to then give up going into the plains and trying to get into the doors because they couldn't get into the doors, and then finally going through the door marked exit, the very simple wood door in the very center, which led them down a very short ladder to an island called Proxus Minor, and I will show you that picture as well. Ta-da! So Proxus Minor is the island in the center, well, not the center, but it's in the Silver Sea. And if you go there when you are not familiar with the Proxus, you just go to an island, and there's a small fishing village there, and that's pretty much it. But
there's a ladder.
There's no ladder if you're not acclimated to the Proxus. But once you descend that ladder, then you can see the ladder. But anyone else cannot see it. You know, magic. So while they were on the Proxus, though, I wanted to clarify one thing really fast. There were symbols, runes on each of the doors. There are 8 doors, and they were all across from each other, and they realized later that those all aligned with the map that they were given. And I quickly made up for them to see, and now for you to see, the meanings behind each of the runes on the doors. And so you can see that there. That's just for my audience's benefit, and the brothers have that information now too. So the last they heard was their father had gone through the door to Sanmar, which is that upper northernmost door, and told them to meet him there. So after trying to figure out the planes, which, by the way, they're not really advanced enough to go into and try to do the planar challenges, and after trying to test several doors, they went through that wooden door in the center down to Proxus Minor. There they went to the little village called Descendants, and they met a bunch of adventurers who also haven't been able to complete the planar challenges, and they are there until they get strong enough to do so. They were told that if they wanted to go to Sanmar, that they would probably be best off going to the Wizard's Tower to take a teleportation circle, and that's where we left off from last week. So you guys are now in Descendants, still talking to the people there, and it is, we decided it was what time? I think it was approaching dinner time, like it was gonna be nighttime. And so you would, after the time that you spent trying to do the planar challenges and coming face to face with several creatures way beyond your capabilities, you spend enough time there where it's probably dusk, approaching dinner.
And we were told that getting to one of the places to leave would be sort of like a couple hours travel?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. The island's not that large, and you can probably get to from one short side to the other, from the south to the north, in a couple of hours. If you wanted to go from Descendants to the dirigible tower, the port there where the dragonfly is located, it probably would take maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
What does it take to get to the nearest barbecue?
Well, looks like the villagers there in Descendants are prepping for their nightly meal, so you could always join them. You have your own rations too, you know.
I'm not really inclined to try to push for getting off the island tonight. You guys
Well, I
want to stay
can
here
always
for the
whip
night?
up some good berries too.
That's true.
Fresh meat.
It does make me
Sure,
sad
see.
when we eat berries for dinner, though.
It's okay. You'll feel really nourished.
Can I cook them?
Sure.
We could make sandwiches.
Fried gooseberries. Perfect.
I can only give you one at a time, though, guys. So you have to slice it real thin to make a sandwich out of it.
I'm okay with that.
I think my knife is pretty, sharp. That might work.
If we're not going to stay here for very long, why don't we just have some rations and then figure out heading up to the wizard's house?
All right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is the wizard's house open after dark?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you asking the villagers there?
Yeah, sure. Or the
Hey, what are the visiting hours for the wizard?
Okay. The female halfling rogue that you were introduced to as Clover comes up and responds that generally it would be the mealtime for the wizard who resides there. That is Alvaroth, I think. I can't remember his name.
Alvindalf.
Alvindalf the Bold, she says he'll have his meal and then he'll probably retire for the evening. You might want to catch him first thing in the morning.
Well, this is important, right, guys? Remember?
Well, yeah, but I'm not sure that there's like a we have to do it right now sort of thing.
Not wake him up in the middle of the night important.
It would be more dramatic.
It could be dramatic. I agree.
I mean, we didn't get it at 10 o'clock at night banging the door. Hey,
Dramatic?
Yeah, Daros, you could do a lightning storm so that it was really dramatic.
Yes, I could.
Ooh, I can play scary music.
Or we could just stay here the night and see him in the morning after
I like
breakfast.
that idea. Let's do that idea.
That's fair. We should probably scare him.
Okay, so the villagers I think last week we learned that the villagers don't really have an inn and tavern there. They get so few visitors. In fact, you found out that the last time anyone descended from the ladder in the center from the Proxus was almost a year ago.
Oh, Descendants! Beaufort laughs.
You know, that map was up last week. Did you not read it then?
I just didn't put the two together.
Okay. I mean, it was kind of funny. Oh, dear God.
Hey! We all just
Welcome.
realized
Chief!
that we're in a place called Ladders.
Oh, no, it's called Descendants because people from there descended from the ladder. Anyway, thank you for the raid, Chief. We really appreciate it and love you. And guess what? I know someone who has a special song just for you.
You know, all I got to know is it better not be Bear and 5 other Bear accounts.
Just to get the
I'm gonna
song.
get 'em.
She has 7 emails. You're screwed.
Let's hear it, Daros.
All right. Thank you for that. When a raider comes online, you must sing it. Now sing it. Sing it good. Without help. Help me up. Go raid. Raid again. Try to solo it. It's not too late to sing it. Sing it good. All right, that's all I got.
Very good.
That was
Amazing.
awesome.
Nice, Deros. I'm going to give you a DM inspiration for that.
What's up with that?
Thanks for the raid, Chief. So...
Yeah, Chief, thanks for coming on and seeing me.
Raid, there you go.
Whip it, girl.
Okay, so you decided to camp out somewhere in Descendants. They offered you, a stable or a dry place, but really it's nice enough weather on this small island that you could probably camp out and not have any problems. They say they don't really have any problems with wildlife and things like that. It's a pretty simple, small, friendly village.
We could camp the ladder and take out any new descendants.
There can only be one.
That's pretty harsh. I was actually thinking if we wanted to get a head start, we could go over to the ladder, climb it, and just sleep in the Nexus. Because what's kind of
we could go in there, but
That's true.
creatures might not be able to.
And you'll be safe there because it's pretty much nothing but the abyss. Nothing but a void up there.
Oh yeah, that's safe. That sounds real safe.
Yeah. Just don't do any kind of rolling off the side. Whoops.
Don't go in any black holes with tentacles.
Yeah.
Are there any crabs or coconuts or bananas?
Do you want to look around the island for that?
Sure. Where are we camping? Are we camping back at the ladder or camping in the Descendants? Or
Beaufort says, I've had coconuts once. I would love to look for some coconuts.
All right, so if you're going to head toward where the ladder is located in that small crater in the middle of the island, you could look along the road.
Pineapples, too. Let's check out for pineapples.
All right, why don't you both roll for either nature or survival?
Deros pipes up and says, "Guys, according to the map, we're too far north to have pineapples and coconuts on this island,
Oh.
unless they're magical."
Oh, okay. I rolled a 17 for survival. I'm just looking for vegetation.
I rolled an 18 for survival plus 6 is 24.
Nice! Well, you don't find any coconuts or pineapples. It's not like Deros said, it's probably not the right climate for that. But you do find some interesting berries and fruits. You also see a beautiful lavender-colored flower.
That
Is it
looks
edible?
important.
It's yeah, it has berries on it.
Okay. How about if I go over there and I pluck it and put it in my mouth?
Hold on.
Sure.
Hold on.
Some of those things aren't.
Uko,
Absolutely.
let Deros look at that. Let Deros look at that.
Have you swallowed it yet, or is it still in your mouth?
Get out! Set it out!
Well, I put it in my mouth, but I haven't swallowed it because my brother
It needs salt. Put it out. It needs salt first.
It could be a poison.
Okay, I spit it out into my hand and I hold it out to Griffon. He's a food expert.
Well, I'd like to make
Might be a little bit wet.
survival check on being a druid and all.
Do a nature check. So you're checking
Come
on
on.
me. It's a perfect one for nature.
Really? Can I do it for survival?
Since he pointed at me, I rolled a 15 nature.
Now you're gonna make me look up this flower and to see if it's poison or not.
I mean, it's like we're playing with a toddler. Put that down, Uko!
I'm gonna cast detect magic on it.
Sure.
I rolled a 12 on my nature.
I mean, I do it on myself. Now I can detect magic for like 10 minutes.
Okay. Actually, Deros, with your 12, you recognize that it's a type of grain, and it can be cultivated. It's actually kind of healthy. So now you're looking at Uko, who's looking at the palm of his hand, and this now dark lavender wad of flower is sitting there soaked in the middle of his palm.
Uko, you can eat it. It's
It
okay.
has a bit of an earthy, nutty flavor to it.
Mm.
It doesn't
Daryl?
taste like red meat.
Daryl, do you want it now?
No. I'll pick my own.
I mean, I'll always eat whatever you got, but
Not the one out of his
you
hand.
found it.
There are plenty. This island seems to have a plethora of these lavender-colored plants.
They don't look like they're out in a row or anything like that. Like we're in somebody's field and just like randomly picking their crops. Does it?
You've found these as you left the town.
I
Okay.
imagine there's a trail that we're on, but it's not just like.
It's a small road. It is the one that, of the 4 roads leading out from the ladder, it is the one that is more traversed.
Right.
But it is not a major road. I mean, maybe it's 5 or 7 feet wide. It's not a big road.
Guys, I thought this was like a time issue. Why is Dad being so, like, flighty?
I mean, if he wanted to talk to us, he could have just talked to us.
I mean, we were right there. Why do you have to go somewhere for us to talk? We were right there.
He did tell you that he had to get that Mask of the Dragon Queen
To somebody.
as fast as possible.
Yeah,
and
okay.
You all could not use the ley lines.
Yeah. Can't you, like, teleport us or something, dude?
Oh, he left us a wizard for that.
All right, yeah. So we need to hurry, guys. Let's stop foraging. Let's.
All right.
Okay. I put the flower back into my mouth and I chew it and swallow it. And we continue on. I might pick a few more on my way.
Okay. I mean, they're kind of there in the bushes along the way, so Uko's straggling a little behind, but not too far. You can still see him. He's within sight. So, are you stopping at the ladder to camp for the night, or are you heading straight? Okay.
I think so. I mean, what time is it?
Now it's approaching. That was about an hour, 2-hour trek, I believe. Did we say about an hour and a half to the ladder? Another hour to north to the Wizard's Tower, ish, maybe a little bit more.
Just one more hour?
Ish, yeah. You travel at what, 2 miles an hour?
I don't know, guys. You want to push it or you want to stay here?
I mean, we could always go to the tower and then just, camp out front.
It seems like this whole island is pretty safe.
I mean, that's fair. There's a bunch of adventurers that would have probably killed anything that was dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think we have any dangers around here.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, so you head northward. After you get to the ladder, you continue your trek.
Sure.
So now it's about 8:30 or 9. You get to the bridge to go over the little bit of land, or the little bit of water between the two land masses there, at about 10 o'clock at night, and it's dark now. It's a much smaller island. You can see all around it. You see the Wizard's Tower right there on the northern part of it. It's a beautiful tower. It has a blue slate roof. It's made of stone. And it looks clean and fresh and new and nice. It doesn't, like it's got great upkeep.
Guys, have you ever slept on the beach, listening to the waves roll in?
Yes, I have.
Like, teen years, pretty much the whole time.
Pretty much, yeah. All right.
I'd like to stay a little bit away from sleeping on the beach,
Oh yeah.
just in case.
I can set up a hut for you if you want to get in the hut, and then I want to sleep on the sand.
Okay.
If there's a little beach around there.
All right. So what do you do?
Does Uko, do you want a hut? I can set you up with a tent, a magic tent.
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, I'm gonna set him up a Liam's tiny hut.
Okay.
Does it have a barbecue inside?
Yeah, you can do anything inside. It's magic.
I don't know what he's gonna barbecue, but
We can make it a kitchen. Let's go in there and cook.
okay. All right. So you set up Liam's tiny hut, and you all go inside, or some of you are on the beach, or because I don't think Beaufort can leave if he sets it up.
I'm looking that up right now, sis.
You go, okay, there you go. All set up. Uko, comfy, cozy, great. You leave and it collapses.
I thought
Blinks out of existence.
I thought everyone could walk back and forth outside of it.
I think everyone can go in and out.
I don't think the caster can, but I could be wrong.
If not, I'll just sleep inside. I don't care. I just want to sleep.
All right.
I want to wake up early.
So, all right. So you all get some more, get a good berry or eat some more of those lavender flowers that Uko's been picking up along the roads, and get a good night's sleep, whether you're within the tent or the hut or on the beach. It's peaceful and quiet. You do hear the ocean coming in. There's no bad weather. Faint breeze. It's kind of nice. A little vacation spot here. And so you wake up the next morning bright and early.
Yeah. First thing. First light.
All right. And you go approach the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah. Is it sunny and partly cloudy? Hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Pretty nice. What do you do? Go ahead.
I cross the bridge.
Okay. Well, I assumed you already had crossed it on the Smile Island.
Across the bridge. Now we're looking up at the tower. Is there a door or something, or do we just yell at it?
Yep. Nope, there's a door.
Glatone will knock.
Okay. You have to wait a few minutes, and eventually you hear a
Hello. My name is Glatone, and these are my brothers, and we were told that you might be able to help us get to Sonmar. Like
new visitors. Are you Descendants?
I mean, everybody comes from somewhere.
Yes, but that happened a few years ago.
If somebody asks you if you're a descendant, you say yes.
Yes.
So where did you come from?
The top?
Where
Up
did you go?
there?
The ladder. So there was a ladder. We came down the ladder.
So yes, you descended from the ladder. You're now considered Descendants.
Okay.
Is there like a raise in that or anything like that?
What?
Is there like a pay raise or anything like that, being a descendant, or is that just
He
par for
chuckles.
course?
He was like, no, but you're in quite an exclusive club. In fact, he looks at Glaton. And, well, he has to look up because Alvidolf the Bold is a small gnome. He's a male, bald, long white beard, and he must be at least 300 years old.
Oh, I nudge Glatone in the shoulder and just look at him and smile, because we're taller than him.
Yeah. And he looks up at you, Glaton, with a little bit of surprise. He says, why, we haven't had a goblin here since old Vethregal.
Hey, you're welcome.
That is quite amazing. I'm glad to see that. And he looks at Beaufort, and he says, we've had a couple halflings.
Yeah.
He looks over at
It's a whole thing then, right?
Yeah, 2 halflings make a hole. Well, that's correct, Glatone.
I get smarter recently.
You did.
You did, yes.
Very good, sir.
He looks at Daros, looks way up at Daros, and says, why, are you a furbolg? We've never had a furbolg here. Or, he looks at Uko and says, or a tiefling. What brings you here? What happened? Tell me the story.
It starts
How
with
much time do you have?
Galaderos.
What?
How much
I
time
look
do
at
you
him.
have?
I look at him and say, hey, are you a gnome?
Yes, sir, I
After
am.
Tom?
I am originally from Granlin.
Hi.
Hey, I'm from Granlin.
Well, that's right. You would be. He says, so, what are you looking
We are
for?
Galaderos' sons.
Ah, that old copper man. Very
Yeah,
good.
he's our copper father.
He looks up at your hair, and he sees the streak.
I show him.
The streak in it. He says, you brothers? That makes sense. He kind of nods his head. Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
We are on a mission, from him.
Oh yeah, where do you need to be sent to? Because I operate the teleportation circles here on Proxus Minor, but there are other ways of travel if you need it.
You go to Sandbar or something like that, don't we?
Sandbar sounds right.
Oh, well,
Sandstorm.
The teleportation circles from this tower go to Sanmar, Maeston,
That's
Ravenscroft, Tarathiel, and Greymouth Point.
It was the first one.
Although I do strongly advise against traveling to Greymouth Point in its current political climate. You'll find that the teleportation circle is the best and quickest way to travel.
Perfect.
What'd you say, Beaufort?
The first one was right. Yeah, Sandstorm, Sanmar.
Sanmar. Very
Sanmar.
good. Very good. Well,
With a D and an H.
Raining in that gray mouthy place.
Greymouth Point. You don't want to travel to Greymouth Point. That's very south of here, and they're having some warring
political upheaval.
Well, yeah, warring factions. Trying to gain control, and if you teleport there, there's no telling, you could be jailed, fined, or worse.
Trying to figure out how to rename the city. That makes sense.
I didn't name it.
I didn't think you did. I mean, you're a wizard, right?
It was named after two founders. I think they mashed their names together. It's no worry to me. I just did.
Someone was named the Mouth?
Greymouth Point.
Could have been Mr. Point and Mr. Greymouth.
Mr. Gray and Mr. Mouth.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Mr. Point and Mr. Mouth. Right, one of those.
Could be.
I reach out to shake Mr. Alvidal's hand.
He gladly accepts it.
And I do one of those handshakes that, like, I cup his hand with my other hand, like a gentle handshake.
Okay, all right.
Very nice to meet you, sir. I am very, very pleased to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you also. So you have business in Sanmar, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, no time
Yes,
like the
sir.
present.
That's what we say because we're kind of in a hurry.
All right.
We are? Oh, all right.
All right. Well, there's no worries. I do have to give you a little bit of pointers about what to expect when you go to Sanmar, if that's where you are indeed heading.
That sounds correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Well.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but let's say we get to Sanmar and things go differently because, well, you should know my brothers. But how do we get back here?
Very good question, my son.
Good question, Daros.
And his neck is craning to look up at you. You're so tall and he's so short. He says, well, the only way to return to Proxus Minor is, there's a couple ways. Scroll.
The Proxus Major.
Yeah.
I mean, that would definitely be one of the ways, yes.
The only way to return to the Proxus or Proxus Minor is through a known entry on the material plane or via a commercial vessel. In other words, if you reach the Proxus via one of the passageways, just curious, which passageway did you come from? And he looks at Daros and he says, did you come from the Zaman or the Crescent? Because that would put you close to home. Did you come through those entryways?
We were in a cave, weren't we?
Daros?
Hold on one second.
Glaton, you must have come through the Tranquil of Riel or maybe as far north as Ferncrest.
I came, see, there was this place that had a bunch of people die in it. It had some sort of like cave. I'm bad with names. Someone was sad. That's what I remember. Someone was sad.
Oh, I remember. It was Hilda's Lament.
That's
we
the one.
touched a blue, very cold stone, guys. Remember the thing? Darius, you were in Big Ape when that happened, so you probably don't remember. But you grabbed a huge stone to get here,
So
or to get there.
now, Alvidolf looks very excited. He
We
said,
touched the blue stone. Yeah.
You found the passage near Hilda's Lament?
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, we did that.
The four of you found
I think we found Hilda. Too.
the 8th door?
Well, it was mostly Uzo, I say.
We might have stumbled upon it, yeah.
Why?
But
He has to sit down. He has to sit down. He said that the last passage found was in 1002, which was 18 years ago. The last known connection was in Tarathiel, and everyone knew that it must have extended further across Amonrath, but they could never find that last 13th passage, even with the symbol of the snake on the door.
It was miles beneath ground.
And you four came through that door.
Yes. Sir.
13th?
Yeah, that about sums it up.
There are 8 doors.
Was that the day, Clifton?
And 13 passageways.
Third. Oh, yeah.
It didn't really look like a door, though.
Well, they don't all look like doors.
Oh, because some of them go to more than one place. I was doing math. Okay.
Kind of zoned out there for a little bit.
Yeah. I was just staring. Sorry.
Wow. Gentlemen, do you realize that this is the first connection discovered by a Furbolg, Halfling, or a Tiefling? And only the second ever by a Goblin.
Was the first one that one you named earlier?
Yeah. Yes. Vethrigal.
Vethrigal.
That was
yes.
back in 694.
That's 400, 300 years ago.
Long time ago. That was a very long time ago when the 4th door to the Proxus was discovered under actually a very small goblin village called Ickithorn.
Oh.
Yep, a small goblin paladin named Vethrigal discovered it. Yep, and did you know that during this time in Amaranthian history, goblins were considered an evil race?
I actually did.
When was that?
Yeah.
They were
Doesn't
actively
seem right.
hunted, he says, shaking his head. It happened so long ago. But upon arriving in the Proxus, Vethrigal not only completed all 4 planar challenges solo, but she aided in the defeat of the Queen of Shadows, Sul-Katesh, near the Akapu Castle ruins.
Acapulco?
Nope, Akapu.
So let me get this straight. You're saying that the Proxus Miner is so easy, even a goblin can do it, and we can't figure it out?
Well, Vethrigal was a pretty special goblin.
Hey!
As a result, Queen Galera abolished the hunting of any goblinoid for sport.
That's good.
She also established the Kingdom of Veth in Vethrigal's honor.
Cool.
And added a goblin representative to the council.
I look at Glaton. Do you know any of these people? Have
No.
you ever heard of any of these people?
I did hear. I've heard of Ickithorn though. It's kind of disgusting.
Well, it's no longer there. Ickithorn was the residents of Ickithorn happily relocated to their own lands. Now that they have their own lands in Veth, and that city was actually rebuilt as Maeston.
Veth? Oh, so the Mason is the old Veth.
Maeston is the new city that was built on Ickithorn.
Yeah.
Veth,
on Ickithorn.
Veth is an entire kingdom in the southeast section of the map. I will pull it up on.
We have a map?
All right, listen.
Oh.
I think I might be from Veth. I don't remember.
You are on the southern coast of Sara, and Veth is further, more underneath where the Tieflings are located.
Uko, you ever heard of Veth? Yeah, you live right above them.
Yeah, you're considered. The Tieflings are considered part of Veth.
Ah.
But that
Who's
whole
that?
area
I
was
don't
named
remember.
for Veth Regal. Yep. And Icky-Thorn, the old Icky-Thorn, is now known as Maeston.
Okay.
So,
Good to know.
by gosh, that is excellent. This will be a day in history. This will go down in the history books. That
Yeah, write it down in the books.
13th,
Yeah, cool.
the 13th and hopefully final entrance to the ley lines was found. Very good. He seems very excited. He seems celebratory.
Does that mean that someone's going to name a whole place after me? Like, there's going to be all these gloats walking around?
Well, did you complete all 4 planar challenges solo?
We've been in them, but
But we
seemed
ran out with our tail
boring.
between our legs.
What
especially
part of
Tara.
completing it do you mean? We didn't get that instruction.
Oh, well, you must wait until you're mid-season. Midway through, at least, your growth and seasons.
So like summer.
Well, more like training in your profession.
Yeah.
Bethregal was a very accomplished paladin at the time. And she also helped defeat Sul-Katash in Sara. So that probably helped advance.
Who was Sol Katash?
Well, Sul-Katash... You're going to make me look it up.
Well, you said it first, and I was told to ask questions.
Give us the info. We want more info.
Is an evil...
Was?
Hopefully, was.
Yeah.
Known as the Keeper of Secrets and the Queen of Shadows.
Ooh, that sounds bad, guys. That sounds real bad.
She embodies fear and superstition surrounding magic.
Hmm.
In fact, many warlocks pay homage to her. She can assume any form, but her favored shape is a 12-foot-tall humanoid figure draped in a flowing hooded robe formed of swirling mist and clinging shadows. Most of her minions are wizards and warlocks, and she's one of the primary patrons for warlocks in Corvair. Covens devoted to the Queen of Shadows use dark magic and fear dominate whole communities.
I understood like 6 of those words.
Sul-Katan's chief agent among the Lords of Dust is the Rakshasa Haktula.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a mighty fight.
Alfie, you've got a lot of words in you.
That is too many words, Alvin. Yes, sir. I agree.
He kind of chuckles. He was like, "No worries, it's all written in the history books." But,
That's wonderful that you're keeping track.
But it's delightful to see yet another goblin follow in their ancestors' footsteps.
Well, I hug Littell. This guy's brave as hell.
Oh, thank you.
Well, now on to Sanmar, right? Or did you have any other questions about the Proxus and how it works?
No, you were going to tell us a whole bunch of things about Sanmar, but then we got on the Proxus.
Of course. The teleportation circles, I have knowledge of all of them that come out of the Proxus Minor Wizard's Tower, where we are now. The one to Sanmar is in the Tower of the Five. So that's something to remember. He looks at you kind of knowing, like,
remember that.
Is anyone going to write this
The 5
down?
what?
Is that like a pagoda?
The 5 what? The
It's
Tower
the
of the 5 what?
Tower of the Five.
5
My
what?
brother remembers everything. Just tell him.
You will come upon the Circle Keeper. Her name is Ellen Jokin. You'll recognize her immediately. She has long brown hair that she always holds in a ponytail. She's a half-elf, Ellen is very cheerful. She's got a bright smile. She's afraid of birds, though. Might want to keep that in mind. Anyway, you can let her know that Alvidolf the Bold sent you to Sanmar. And that's it. And where did you say you needed to meet your father?
Sanmar.
Where in Sanmar?
I had a question about the ley lines.
I have a different question.
He's kind of looking between you and Daros.
I'm going to scurry in front of Daros and ask mine first.
Okay.
So if somebody finishes the challenge, like say we finish like the challenge of fire and not any of the other ones, are 2 doors out of 8 open?
He says, no, you must complete all the challenges before you can go into any of the ley lines.
So it's not like done in quarters. All right. Also, if someone's finished the challenges, can they escort others through?
Yes.
Ooh, how many?
As many as needed.
So do they have to just
And our
touch and go
sisters
through
do that.
kind of thing?
Not many who have already completed it want to do it again.
Oh, and when they leave, is it instantaneous to teleport to the place, or is it like a travel? Like, is it like a timing? How long does it take to get to their destination?
Well, there is a bit of time involved, depending on where you want to travel, but it's essentially instantaneous. It's certainly quicker than sailing on a ship or a dirigible. About the same time as a teleportation circle.
And do you age when you go through?
Not as far as I know.
Okay. All right. I just had a few questions.
That was more than one.
But I'm faster than
Are you
Daros,
done, brother?
so I'm done.
And he looks up
Okay.
at you, Daros, and you had a question, son?
He's my slow brother.
Far more important. This Ellen Jokin person, was she related to Dynan? Because he was afraid of horses, and I was figuring she's afraid of birds. So, are there a lot of people afraid of animals around here?
Good question, Daros. Damn.
And would both of them be afraid of chocobos?
I don't know Dynan. I don't know why Ellen is fearful of birds. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit of information out in case any of you had a bird with you, or...
Well, this guy turns into an owl sometimes, so we'll keep him out of that.
Yeah, you might not want to do that as you're traveling around Ellen. She's just a bit skittish around them.
You hear
Right.
that, Macon?
Right, giant eagle
I
right
did.
out.
I just remembered I have to go give myself another charge in that. We went to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah, so
you all
giant
got a
eagle is
long
right
rest,
out.
So whatever spells you used. Did you need to know about any of the other teleportation circles that are under my care as the circle keeper of the teleportation devices here in Proxus Minor?
I do. If we go to Sanmar, can we get to the other 5 cities, or do we have to come here first and then go?
Sanmar's teleportation circle will take you not to as many. It will take you to Maeston, Ravenscroft, Tarathiel, and Greymouth Point.
Okay, so when we get to certain cities, they only take you to certain cities.
Correct.
We'll make a map of that later.
So,
It was Maeston and Raven's crap, and then Greymouth Point, and what was the third one?
Maeston, Ravenscroft, Tarathiel, and Greymouth Point.
Tarathiel.
Terrible, right?
Tarathiel, yeah.
Now,
Maeston, which
Sanmar does not have a dirigible tower, but that's kind of funny that they don't, seeing as they're floating in the sky.
That
Wait,
seems
what now?
very weird. What? Yeah, there's things that float.
Sanmar is an island in the sky.
Oh, there's always something new.
Hey, at least Uko can't get wet there.
He kinda
right?
looks at
I mean,
you
if it's in the
like-
sky.
He kind of looks at you like, I thought everyone knew that.
Well, we do now. I guess.
Sorry about my friend. He's a bit slow. We were going for a town back that way.
Well,
Wait, so is
Oh, the Butterfield has cows.
why is there a tower of 5 people?
oh, the Tower of the Five is the council. It's called the Violacious Assembly, and they lead the city, and the council is made up of 5 powerful wizards.
Ooh, 5 wizards.
Yes, they are the council that rule Sanmar.
Are they nice wizards or are they bad wizards?
They're nice.
I should like to meet them one day.
Are you a wizard?
Oh yeah, of course I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
He looks
okay.
a little indignant now, like, how dare you call into the fact that I'm a circle keeper and not a wizard?
Well, I'm fuzzy on the wizard thing.
Do all the other
We just
cities
found out
have
that city's
towers?
fly.
He looks,
Fuzzy on a lot of things.
he looks at Uko. What was that, young man?
Do all the other cities have towers, and where do they go to?
Well, if you take the transportation circle to Maeston, you'll meet Jakard Slingman at Slingman's Dome. He's a human wizard that is the circle keeper in Maeston. Of course, the light of the moon is you guys recognize this, is where the teleportation circle is to Ravenscroft. Because two of you have been to Light of the Moon. But the old wizard warned you that you'll have to bring your own wizard or find one in the city to transport or teleport you out of there, because the current temporary circle keeper is Cyrus Godric. He's a human male, but he's a commoner. He's been there he's like 82 years old. He's been there forever. Until they can hire or appoint a new High Chancellor since the retirement of Eliwick Lilly.
Do any of them require like money or currency?
Here in Proxus Minor, you don't. We would
Okay.
gladly teleport you.
But
out.
how do these do?
Yes. There's
Okay.
usually fees.
Okay.
Now, if you go to Tarathiel, the location for that teleportation circle is in Dai Quivi, which in Elvish means shadow awaking, by the way. And you'll meet this delightful old female wizard elf with blue hair set in a loose bun on top of her head. Her name's Odella. She is the circle keeper in Tarathiel.
Don't we know Adela? Guys, she sounds familiar.
Did she give me a book or something? He searched his notes.
I have another question, kind of off subject. Can you teleport, say, like a tiny beast from somewhere else to here? Because my brother is really sick about something.
A tiny beast.
Yeah, like a squirrel. Could you get a squirrel from way across the world to here?
Well, I suppose if they... Oh, to here in the Proxus?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't know how teleportation works. I'm just a young buck.
You can't... no one can use a teleportation circle to arrive in Proxus Minor.
Okay.
But a teleportation circle can be used in Sanmar if that's where you're going.
Yeah.
You'd
Well,
have
we
to-
are going there.
Probably have to have a friend bring a squirrel?
Well, I don't think Darius has any friends, so we're kind of screwed there.
My mama is my friend. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry.
And then the final one, Greymouth Point. If you go to Greymouth Point, Gaylord Palms is the place where the teleportation circle is located, and Mincy Gaylord is the innkeeper there, and he is not a wizard either. and he is unable, of course, to then use the teleportation circle to get you out. But according to our last reports, he must give the names and descriptions, etc., of all visitors that use the teleportation circle to the head of the constabulary, Superintendent R.P. Chalmers. And that may or may not present a death sentence to the traveler, depending on his mood and the amount of the bribe. It's
we heard there was unrest
Mr.
in
Chalmers
Grey
is a
Mountain
moon
Point,
person.
something.
Yeah, Gaylord is a nice enough man, but wants nothing but peace for his for the town of Greymouth Point. But it's a very dangerous place to travel.
Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah. Okay. What does RP stand for?
I don't know.
Role playing.
I don't know. Never asked.
Oh, funny.
So that's it. Those are the 5 teleportation circles here. And unless you have any other questions, I'm happy to teleport you to Sanmar.
Well, would you like a donation? Can we donate to help some charities around here, or to you, or?
Oh, son, I want for nothing here. That's the beauty.
Would you like us to make you dinner?
Well,
This guy can...
Or actually, given the time, breakfast?
well, what have you got? I haven't had a good roast pig in a while.
I
I
could
have
go
your
find
treatment.
one of those.
Oh yeah, my other brother's got some seasoning.
Roasted pig
I
sounds
could make-
delicious.
I could make some Oganja tea.
Oh, we're about to get crazy.
It's been a long time since I've had Moganja tea also.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and
That
look
would be
up.
great. Absolutely.
All right. Someone said a +7 to survival. Whoever that was, let's go.
Well, we should celebrate. We should celebrate us finding the 5th portal, or
The 13th access.
13th X. That's what I said, And so I think we have Clouded Thunder in our portable hull still, do we?
Clouded Thunder. Now that's,
Oh, yeah, we probably do.
That's an ale I haven't had in a
Yeah,
very long
I mean-
time.
All right, so we got food and ale and spirits.
Okay.
Go get lit.
So you're
I
going
can go out
hunting.
and try and find a pig or something.
Oh, let's go hunt for a pig. Yeah. Are there boars on this island?
I'm sure you could find some boars on this island. Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay.
Has either one of you hunted a boar? Ever?
I
Yes!
used to catch all kinds of wild animals. and
Ugo,
burn them
yeah.
and eat them.
I'm a goblin.
I would
That's what
set them
they
on
do.
fire. They would burn so nice.
Because they're all my friends, so I'm not going on this hunt.
You're just gonna go pick some berries or something? No?
Purple flowers?
Okay. Sure. Okay, so who's going off on this hunt?
Me.
I am.
Okay.
Beaufort stays back. I'm gonna tell him that I need to use the loo,
Okay. All
and
right.
I would like to chill with you while they go hunt.
All right. So, Beaufort, you and Alvidolf stay back. Daros, you're not going either?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay. All right, so Alvidolf the Bold and
Split the party.
Beaufort and Daros are going to probably start making the tea. All right, Glaton and Uko, you're heading out?
I am, yes.
Okay. All right, well, probably...
I give him a bardic inspiration as both of them go out.
Oh, well, let's hear that.
You want to hear it? You want to? All right. Okay. Sure. This is a
What's happening?
bardic inspiration for Glaton and Uko. I can do this. This is just about us. Basically, it's just about us. It's about what we've been through, where we're going, what we're doing.
He's gonna get his hat on.
healing potion. But there's someone who needs it more. And it's taken nearly all my spell slots. But if you want a long rest again, baby, I'll try to long rest again. First pierce is the sweetest. Baby, I know the first pierce is the sweetest. When it comes to slashing damage, Glaton. When it comes to throwing knives, Uko. When it comes to mauling faces, Darrows. That's how it goes. First pierce is the sweetest. Baby, I know the first pierce is the sweetest. Woo!
Lovely. All right, you both take your inspiration for that. I'll give you that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go on a break while I set up a map to go boar hunting. How about that?
Oh, I hope I don't get bored.
Oh.
All right, so just give me about 7 minutes. How about that?
I'll give you 8.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, we're
Yeah.
back. They don't see that.
All right, good.
They don't see that
Oh.
part. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. I had time to set up a quick map. I hope it looks clear enough on the screen.
Oh, it's beautiful, sis. Beautiful.
Imagine that's sandy beaches, not the brown I had for the plane of Earth.
Some sand is brown, right?
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
It's like
It's
like
muddy
some
sand.
snow is yellow. It's fine.
There you go.
What?
Okay, so I would say after about a half an hour of kind of moving into the more denser part of the island, you eventually hear some squealing noises off in the distance, for sure. And you come upon this little clearing. It's barely lit. Sorry about that. Didn't have lights on over there.
It is sparkling in the background.
It's the
like-
green.
How did you simulate the wind? That is epic.
Oh, you know what? I gotta turn the green screen off.
It's actually
no, it's
good.
perfect. It's
It's
great.
actually really good.
Okay.
It looks like wind.
All right.
I thought there was a stream back there.
There's actually something going on back there. Hang on. Oh,
I
I know what
like
it
it.
is. It's okay. Yeah, it's actually Daros's camera. There we go. Okay, so you hear some squealing up ahead. Gliton and Uko, what would you like to do?
Let's investigate. In fact, what I'm going to try and do is sneak up on it.
Roll stealth. You hear more than one squeal, by
I
the way.
stay as far away as possible.
Okay.
Many squeaking. All right. 2 natural 20s. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit!
What?
Holy smokes!
Oh, that was like my Sunday game.
Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, you definitely see hear something ahead, and I have to manage the characters. I have to pick a new set of character. There we go. Put you guys in there. Take out the bard who's not playing. Hide character. I'm actually using D&D Beyond Encounter Builder for this, and take
Do
out.
it just to fuck with them. Oh, sorry.
If I can become a werebore, I will get bitten on purpose.
Okay, all right. So they are right there ahead, and you are quiet. You have a sneak attack if you'd like.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm going to. Let's see here. If I say anything, then they'll know I'm here, right?
Yeah, if you say anything.
Don't spook them.
So I can't really say the magic word for that dagger that I got from my best friend.
Have you tried to whisper it yet?
If you attack it while you have surprise, you get snake attack, and you might not need the fire. It might be okay.
I pull out the little dagger that turns into a torch when it's dark,
Love it.
and
Okay.
I sneak up there, and I find at least one of them, right? So I find one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would get an advantage with a sneak attack, is that right? Or just,
Yeah.
or not?
Yeah, you have advantage, which means you get, yeah. Well, you have advantage. And so you get your sneak attack, yeah.
Okay. Alright. That's
So-
my attack.
So which one? There are two. There's a grayish one, and there's a sort of a salmonish one.
Which one looks juiciest?
They both look equal.
Which one's corn fed?
Hmm. Is there one that looks like it's bigger than the others, or?
Yeah, the I would say the gray one looks a little bit bigger.
Okay, let's go after the gray one. I assume that it has big tufts or something on it.
Yes. Sure.
And I rolled a 5. Yeah, I rolled a
5?
6 plus. It's a 6 plus the correction, which would be plus 5. It's 11.
11. 11 just misses.
Wait a second.
With
If you have
advantage.
advantage, that was your first roll, right?
That was the first roll.
Okay, then roll again.
You have
Surprise
advantage.
is advantage.
Oh! 13 and 5 is 18.
I think he's surprised. 13 does hit.
You also have a bardic.
Well, don't use that now. It hit.
Oh, I'm fine. I've got 13 plus 5 more is 18.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
They hit.
So what I'm going to do is 1d4 plus 2.
Okay.
So 2 plus 2 is 4. I do 4 damage.
All right.
Plus, and then there's the sneak attack thing, right?
Yep.
So that's 4, and the sneak attack is 3d6. 6 and 5 is 11, and 2 more is 13,
All right. So 17.
and 4 is 17, yeah.
Okay. All right. It definitely sees you now, but it's taken a good bit of damage. All right. Let me put it on the board, and you on the board.
So do I get a bonus action, or did I already use that?
As a rogue, I think you have bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide.
Scooch, scooch, scooch.
Yeah.
I need to get another camera where I'm not.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, you guys can hardly see it on that camera. Let me just see if I can turn this better.
I can see it
Okay.
perfect.
There you go.
So for my bonus action, I will disengage and run back to my brother.
Okay. You do that.
What? You were never melee, so you didn't have to
Yeah,
disengage.
you didn't. Yeah, you weren't in melee range. You threw those, right?
Oh, no, I thought I just
Oh
stabbed
no,
it.
no, you did. You did. Okay, so yeah, you're back here then.
And I had stayed away so that I didn't scare them away with my clankiness.
Yep. So you're about that distance there. Okay. All right. So roll for initiative now that they see you. They have 0 dex.
I got a
Better
6
than
and 2
mine.
is, I've got 8 total.
What did you get, Glaton?
7.
Well, guess what? Uko, you go first. So go again.
I'll go again. All right. Well, now that I'm away from it, I'm going to have to use my short bow.
Yes, you are.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Listen, if you
Use
don't
that
kill it
short
and it
bow.
runs away, I'm not chasing it across this island to get your knife back.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's
Oh my
how many
God.
tonight?
And it's on
Got a
camera.
bunch already. Whew.
I got a bunch of weighted dice. I mean 20s.
I mean 20s.
All
With all
right.
20s.
That's great. Do your damage. And I assume,
All right.
I assume you're attacking the juicy one again?
Yeah, the one that's mad at me. because
Yeah,
I
he's pretty
stabbed it.
pissed.
He's named him Juice now.
The gray one.
The gray
OJ.
one. Okay.
Oh. All right, short bow. 1d6 plus 4. 5 and 4 is 9.
Okay. 9 points.
Plus 6.
Wait, did you double your? Did you not double? Did you add the max for the
It
bonus?
was plus 6. So he did
add
15 more points.
Is a dagger 6 or 4?
6 and 4 is
It
10.
was a short bow.
The short bow, so
Short
1
bow,
dice
yeah.
6. Yeah.
One.
Oh, sorry.
So 10 points.
10 points on
Okay. He's still.
max.
Wait a second. Hold on. You rolled a 5 on your 6-sided die,
Yeah.
and you have a plus 4.
That says 15
It's 15 points of damage.
because you get automatically get 6.
Because of the crit. Because
Oh,
you
okay.
rolled a natural 20.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I've ever critted before.
Well, it's a pretty
Well,
nice
you've
thing
done
to
it
do.
3 times right.
All right. Well, believe it or not, Glaton, you are next because both of these giant boars rolled 5s, and they have
I do
0.
believe it because I'm so fast, and I'll prove it to you.
Okay.
Hey, Uko, I learned something from your book. I might have read it a little while you were gone, and I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
And
And I run very, very, very fast now. So I will use the that allows me to use the bonus action this turn
Okay.
to dash. So I do that. I dash over. I use my movement to get there, and I will take out my weapons and attack them.
Which one are you going to attack? Salmon is on your
The
left.
same one, yeah.
Same one.
Yeah.
Okay.
21 and 16.
That hits. Roll damage on the first die, please. On the first hit, rather.
Yeah, 13.
It's dead.
It's dead, Jim.
So glad I set
Well-
up the map. Yep. You want to put the second hit on the other one?
No, I'm gonna sheath my dagger, and I'm gonna pull out my walk shield, and I'm gonna just look at the boar, and I say, "Hey, boar, go away! I don't want to fight both of you. I'm sorry I killed your friend, but I'm gonna eat him."
Okay. So you're trying to intimidate
Yeah.
the other one? All right, roll for intimidation.
Jesus, that's a nat 20. Total something.
It's a natural 20.
Now you're rolling well.
It was a natural 20, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you bang your walk, and it sees its partner there dead, and it's going to run away. Sorry.
You were supposed to get food.
I did. I got this one right here. You're not here. Come on.
I know.
Okay, well, that was worth me setting up an entire map for.
Home the bacon.
Oko, we did a good job. And I run around in a circle really, really fast while I still have the spell up.
Okay. Okay, that's great. All right, well, the other boar has run away, and you have a giant boar to haul back. Between the two of you, why don't you each roll some strength checks?
That's a 13 total.
Oh, I only rolled a 6 plus 2 is 8 today.
I mean, you're dragging it as much as you can. It's slow going.
Oh, Uko, I have something for this. I learned this a while back. If we take 2 sticks and we put rope around them, we can just sort of drag it rather than have to carry it.
Well, why don't we just butcher it and then we can.
That's right.
Take all
Blood
the
is
stuff that
really
we
heavy.
want.
You're right. Okay, let's do that.
So you're gonna butcher it right then and there?
We're going
And-
to clean it up.
Okay, all right.
And
so,
and I'll set up while he's doing that. I'm gonna set up the like a ramp to put him on.
okay. So, Uko, do a nature check to see how well you fillet it, and do it with advantage simply because you've done this before.
It involves knives.
It involves jerk seasoning.
And knives.
Well, good seasoning and fire. All right, so I rolled a 4 and a 13. If I take the 13 and survival, you said? Or is that nature? Yeah, 13 and nature.
Nature, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be 19.
Okay, so yeah, you know the exact right parts of a wild boar, wild giant boar, to fillet, get all the juicy big parts out, and you got a big hunk of flank going on there. So do you take just the parts that you've cut off, or are you taking it all, or what are you doing?
Oh, we're taking it all. We just gutted it, cleaned it up a little bit.
I
But we
gotcha.
didn't take it apart.
All right, so let's just say that you all managed to, with great alacrity, get it all taken care of. I don't know why my screen keeps messing up. It keeps putting Daros. There we go, on top of Uko. Or Glaton. I don't know. It's crazy.
We tie the pig to that thing that we can drag that Glaton made.
Yeah.
And we each grab one of the sticks and we drag it all the way back.
Okay. All right. You drag it all the way back, and Okay, listen. Why is that being so difficult? Sorry, I'm having camera issues. Okay. Yeah, Elvidolf is very happy to see it. He was like, "Oh, that looks delicious. Thank you so much." And he's already got the cook stove going in the tower. And he's very, very happy with that. The tea is brewing. And you guys no longer need the map. But good job.
Start to put the jerk seasoning on it, the dry rub.
Yep.
To put it on a spit and start roasting it over the fire in his tower.
Okay. So you all enjoy
It'll be
a
about
hearty
4
breakfast of roast pig with the additional jerk seasoning and some Moganja tea.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah. There in the wizard's tower. Okay.
Can I ask Mr. Wizard something while we're cooking?
Absolutely.
I've got a coloring book, and I kind of wonder if he has any extra pages for it.
Oh.
It's got my rituals in it because I'm a graduate of Master Tom's School for Warlocking and Sagery, and I'm really impressed that he can use these circles with stuff drawn in them.
He goes off to consult his book, and he will get back to you on that.
Do you know his Master Palm, by chance?
No, he's never heard of anyone by that name. All right, what would the rest of you like to do?
I think I'm babysitting the pig.
As it roasts, or as you're eating it? Is it time to eat it yet?
I mean, is it?
I have no idea how to cook a roast pig, and I don't think he does either. He's just waiting on you guys.
I would skin it. I would make sure that there wasn't any sort of hairy bits on it, and then spit
don't
over
cook
the fire. Yeah.
Okay. So you've shaved off all the hairs and everything.
It's salt. It's important.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't cook any face meat.
You put an apple in its mouth.
Do we have an apple?
I have lots of apples at home, but I don't have them with me.
Put an apple in the mouth, strawberry in the butt.
Good berry, you mean?
A good berry in the butt. Yeah.
Well,
because you have to smoke it.
We don't want to wake him up, though.
You have to contain the
good berry might make him come back, right?
Oh, it would heal him.
I was like, do you realize what good berries do, Jamie?
Yeah, so,
Wait, I think barbecue just ran off.
No? Okay. So, he returns from his library, and he says, I'm sorry, son, I don't have any scrolls that I can translate for you at this time. But let's enjoy this roast pig together.
Oh, yeah. Let's celebrate.
Are you aching for some bacon? Yep.
Okay. So you enjoy a hearty breakfast. And what would you like to do next?
I mean, I think probably teleport to
Somewhere, yeah.
Okay, let's go. And he leads you up the winding stairs to the top of the tower where the teleportation circle is located. Now remember, he says, you'll want to meet with Ellen Jokin. She is the circle keeper. Tell her I sent you. And she can give you direction from there. You know where you're going in Sanmar?
No. Yeah, no.
We're going to ask around for where Dad lives there.
Okay.
Where would a copper dragon go?
Well, I'm sure that if he came through the the Proxus door, then they're quite aware that he is there.
That's a good point. Okay, where does the Proxus door come out? Is it different than the teleportation circle?
That is something that you will have to learn yourself once you exit the door.
Was the Tower of the Five Wizards in Sanmar? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
the
missed
Tower of the Five is where the teleportation circle is located in Sanmar.
And they were good wizards. Yeah, okay.
Well, they're the council. They're the council that run
the Council of
the
Five
magical
Wizards,
city,
right.
the arcane city.
I've had too much more games over.
Your dad lives in a tree there too. Didn't he live in a tree before, or was that the old leaky house?
That was a leaky house.
He says, I don't no, Sanmar is a beautiful, elegant city. It's full of arcane magic.
Well, he would go there for sure.
Maybe Dad has a villa there or something.
You could
Let me
ask
try
around.
one more time. If someone that had gone through the challenges were to appear in Sanmar without using a teleportation circle, what room would they be near?
Good question, brother. You just blew my mind.
You have to learn the location of where the door exits and it may
So they're not
it may
the
not
same.
even be a door. You said that the and you know not to talk to anyone about this, correct?
About what?
What? Yeah. Good. That's smart. He's getting smarter.
Those who have descended the ladder from the Proxus are sworn to secrecy regarding the Proxus Minor, or all of us residents here on Proxus Minor, including the Descendants who have yet to complete their tasks, to any outsiders.
So yes, lips are zipped.
Yeah. Lips.
Is that
Got
part of some kind of what do they call that? A term of service contract?
Yeah. This is contractual.
We clicked through it when we were going down the ladder. It makes sense.
I think I just
I scrolled down and just clicked accept. I didn't even read it.
I go to stand in a circle and kind of wait.
He said, okay, well, I can see that you're a little confused, so let me just clear up a couple more items.
Please.
What happens at the Proxus stays at the Proxus.
You must complete all 4 challenges before you can gain access to any of the doors, which I believe we talked about.
Got that one. Yeah.
The major ley lines are powerful arcane energy that many believe is pulled from the original guardians of Amenrath, Jord, Van, and Luft. And the minor ley line between Crescent and Eastwind is powered by the 4th elemental, Ild. The doors in the Proxus appeared when at least one of the entries appeared on a material plane, which indicates there could be more, though many believe there are not, having connected the 8 doors with one line each representing an elemental guardian. You all understand the history of Amenrath, right? You learned that in school growing up. How the 3 mountains came together to trap the
What
fire
is school?
mountain.
No, we're gonna need another episode for that.
I don't know what school
I
is.
did have good coloring books with lots of little words inside when I was growing up.
Well, Jord is the earth elemental, Van is the water elemental, and Luft is the air elemental, and Ild is the fire elemental, and Ild was causing nothing but chaos and destruction. And so the 3 elemental mountains, the Titans, crashed together to contain Ild within, and that formed Amenrath. And so these powerful arcane ley lines represent the 3 elementals that were able to contain the 4th one.
I remember something like that. Someone told me that fire kept like burning people, and so they were like, no, 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 and then they went and hugged him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do recall that story.
And the travel through the ley lines is monitored by the guardians known as the Termo and Dia. And the Termo and Dia is also known as the Middle Watchers.
So if somebody tried to access the ley lines inappropriately, then they would intercede,
Yes.
and that's a 10 intelligence.
Yes. Now those
Guys in black
The
suits show
word
up.
intercede is intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, check 10.
Those who complete the planar challenges and can travel the ley lines are called Tiavante, or commonly line walkers.
Mm.
And of course, those who descend from the ladder to the Proxus Minor are called Descendants. The Middle Watchers can be identified through an M and a W, the common letters, tattooed on their right forearm in a double diamond pattern. And he shows you his.
Oh, you've got one.
Yes.
Cool, man.
And it basically is two diamonds side by side that is a M and a W right underneath it.
I feel you.
Okay. And you must never speak of the Proxus Minor, or any of us to anyone. And just remember that the monitored ley lines are always being watched.
If we see the symbol, the two tattoos, can we talk to that person without question?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So, do you have any other questions before we send
What
you
happens if I accidentally say something?
What if I pretended today those tattoos on my shoulder?
It's a specific marking.
That's actually not a bad idea if you see one.
Thank you. Check 10 intelligence.
Well, let's get you on your way. I'm due for my morning nap.
It took 4 hours to roast a pig. It's probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's like,
Yeah,
we were
it's
supposed to leave this morning,
You
guys.
can nap now, too.
lunchtime right now. Yeah. Okay, so he takes you to the top of the tower, warns you once again about what to expect, and you step onto the teleportation circle.
Please somebody does this. And we go.
And he completes the incantation, and you feel sort of the inner pit of your stomach. You've never traveled through teleportation.
Oh, Ralph.
And
All of
you
our
feel the
atoms
pit
get
of your
scrambled.
stomach being pulled ahead of you, and it's like your body is trying to catch up to you, and you land in the center of another teleportation circle. Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
I'm throwing up.
I'm puking.
I swear we've had so many nat 20s this
Did you?
episode.
11.
11, okay. Daros?
I have 13.
23.
Okay.
I rolled a
Uko?
19.
And Uko?
13.
13, okay. Well, Glaton, after landing with a 3-point landing on this teleportation, like a boss, the rest of you follow pretty steady on your feet. No one loses their lunch, or as it were, roast pig with jerk seasoning and moganja tea, followed with a dessert of a good berry, sliced delicately.
Because otherwise we don't get any
Listen,
vegetables.
I'm not eating the one that was shoved up the boar's ass, though.
And there in front of you, you see a, sure enough, you see, as described, Ellen.
Ellen.
Oh,
Greetings,
Who are
she
you?
says. Welcome to Sanmar.
Good to be here. Nice to see you.
And where do you hail from?
The ladder.
I don't think we can tell her. Can we tell her? Edward.
Can we please see your forearm? Or right there.
She giggles. She has a bright, cheerful smile. She giggles and she shows you her. Did I say forearm? Because I meant for it to be here on
Shoulder.
the wrist.
What's this called?
It's this part right here, whatever this is.
It's 1,
Ellen!
2,
Ellen!
3, 4.
Ellen! Hey,
It's-
Drake.
It's right here.
That's the anterior wrist.
That's where it is. And she says, "Ah, Descendants. Welcome to Sanmar." And now you're in the floating city of Sanmar, floating right above the contested area of the Obsidian Wilds, where right below you, a few miles down, a second battle for the Obsidian Wilds rages on. She says,
Oh, we got ringside seats.
where can I point you?
We're looking for our
Oh.
dad.
Where did Dad go, guys?
Here, he went here. We're looking for a chap named Old Gal.
5 wizard tower.
Well, you're in the
thing?
Tower of the Five.
Oh yeah.
We're looking for a gentleman by the name of Galaderos.
Galadados.
Oh, Galaderos, of course. He came through yesterday. Several excited wizards with him, and they all rushed to meet with the Five.
So when you say he came through yesterday, when you come through, are you like time stamped? Like, do other people know when you come through?
Well, the Guardians monitor the ley lines, and he.
So they know.
Yes. So it was known that he came through.
And if somebody was reading their minds, they would know.
Well, it's not a matter of reading minds, it's just keeping track of the energy used at each exit and entrance.
Okay, so is it like a color that they see, or like a...
I don't know. I'm a circle keeper.
Oh. What does that do?
Oh, this teleportation circle?
Oh, yeah, the thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
came through. Gotcha. I'm just learning. I'm sorry.
That's okay. There are no stupid questions.
What?
Oh, wait, he was
How
dying.
do you fix the challenges?
haven't met Derek.
Differently.
The Proxus?
That's where you came from, correct? You came from the Proxus?
Came from
Approximately,
yeah.
yeah. Approximately.
We came down the ladder.
She starts laughing. She looks at Beaufort. She starts laughing. She says, "Yeah, I've never heard that. I've never heard that."
Thought I was
joke.
original. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to Sanmar. Where would you like to go? I'll this
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Galaderos, that's
Yeah.
right. He came through
Galaderos.
yesterday. There's no time shift as far as anyone's aware, but he did come through yesterday. Were you expecting him to come through at a different time?
No, not really. No, just I didn't know how time worked in these things. Like,
You know time zones. You gotta. The sun is up and then it's down.
I'm gonna ask her. Does the minute you leave one area, like circle, when you get to the other circle, are you there like 5 seconds later?
Well, there are certain time zones on Amonrath. You know, there's 3 different time zones, so it could be later on in the day, but that's simply because of the time. It doesn't affect your
Is it random at
age
all, or is it consistent?
Not as far as I know. It's pretty consistent.
Yeah. Did old gal say anything about where he was staying?
Probably. He's probably made his own house somewhere.
He used to
But if
have
you-
one in a tree, I think.
Oh, he can put a house anywhere, I think,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
We're looking for a door in an entire city.
he's
The tree.
She says.
Can we communicate with them? No?
You might. He probably met with the council, and so you might want to just go meet with them.
All right, yeah, we'll check out the council.
Do,
Oh,
do
we
we
can-
need
where
some
can we
sort of
find a
like
council?
letter that says that we can talk to them?
Well, the Violacious Assembly is here in the Tower of Five. It's just right downstairs.
The Violacious. That sounds so cool.
The Violacious Assembly.
We bring him a pig dinner.
Did you guys bring a Tupperware with pork, pulled pork? Or?
I might have slipped something into my backpack.
Sweet. I knew
There was
you.
lots of pig left.
That's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Okay, so you're gonna go meet the council.
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Okay.
Who?
I believe that they will. It's about 1 o'clock now, and so I believe that they are taking their noontime meal, and we'll be back around the 2 o'clock, early afternoon time. So you're welcome to go wait in the council chambers. until they return.
Perfect.
And so Ellen can't leave the room while she's on shift, but she calls for a page to come and just guide you to the council chambers.
Hey, Paige.
She has a pager?
It's a male page.
Yeah.
Paige, yeah.
I know a Paige. I know him. I know a guy, Paige, back in Grandland.
Oh, well,
He was good on keyboard.
my name's not Paige.
Oh, sorry. Thought they.
I'm a Page, but I'm not named Paige. Anyway,
Oh, what's Paige? I never heard of that.
here's the council chamber. Then you go into this large room with a circular table and 5 empty chairs around it. And actually, there's 5 empty chairs that look like they belong there, and a 6th one that has been pulled up to the table. But no one's in the room right now.
And that's why wizards don't use bookmarks. They like their pages bent over.
Because they know that.
Eventually, you wait there in the council chambers, and eventually, your father and 5 strangers to you walk in. The 5 of them have cloaks, flowing cloaks, and each of them is very different looking. There is a very tall half-orc female, bald, a lot of woads all over her body. She looks more like a Goliath than a half-orc, and very tall.
Do you know Amanisti?
The female half-orc just sort of, no, I don't know that person.
Oh. All right.
And looks at you kind of strangely. Then there is a human male with thick brown hair held in a ponytail at the nape of his neck. He's got brown eyes. There's an elven female, very pale skin, pale blonde hair, deep blue eyes. A dwarf male with black hair and black eyes. And a half-elf male, short blonde hair. He's got a soul patch and green eyes. They introduce themselves. The half-orc female is Izith the Brash. The human male with the hair and a ponytail is Thonaran the Quiet. The elven female is Arun the Humble. The dwarf male is Okan the Quick. And the half-elf male with the short blonde hair and the soul patch is Exium the Mysterious. And of course, added to the table, sitting in that 6th chair, is your father.
Dad, what's up?
Sons, I am pleased that you are here. I asked you to meet me in Sanmar, and indeed you did.
Sorry it took us so long.
No worries.
Yeah.
Izith the Brash speaks up and says, Galaderos has delivered the mask of the Dragon Queen to the Violacious Assembly, and we have dispersed the allied forces to Burund Pass to finish the job of detonating the barrels of netherstone powder at Faces Peak and obliterating the main road from Malgru southward. Okan the Quick speaks up. I am glad you finally made it. We have important work for you to do. Our research has shown that through Zugmoy,
Take two.
I know, right? Take 2. That though Zugmoy, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce that name, remains firmly in the abyss, she has recruited 2 generals, for lack of a better word, on Amonrath to form a portal through which the Lady of Rotten Decay herself may use to enter this material plane. Galaderos here plans to seek aid from the Galadrin Company to help defeat one of the Spore Queen's servants in Malgru, going into the heart of the orcs. The regular orcs we can handle, but these monstrosities are too much for our armies. Our scouts have determined that a second general has made its way to Sara, the Elven Kingdom, in an area just north of Greymouth Point. This general is not as powerful as the one Zugmoy has unleashed in Malgru, so your father has offered your help in defeating him. Once these generals have been eliminated, Zugmoy's grasp on Amenrath will lessen, and we can all go back to biting into our Matsutake.
That's easy to say.
Mozzarella?
We can all go back into biting into our Matsutake without fear of biting us back. And they all kind of chuckle because they understand that a lot of the issues with the spores and the fungus and everything else happening across Amenrath are because of the Spore Queen trying to gain hold of a way to transport herself onto Amenrath and do further damage. Exium the Mysterious speaks up and says, the general you will be hunting is a dark-skinned humanoid we believe is of Drow ancestry. Curious this information is, though, as Zugmoy and Lolth are considered ancient rivals, constantly fighting for control of the Underdark. Arun the Humble interrupts. Regardless of their former or current relationship, the information we received is accurate. This Drow general must be stopped at all costs. Thunder in the Quiet says, my own research has found that there are certain precautions you must take when dealing with this foe. And he looks down at the large tome opened in his hands. Protect yourselves from becoming poisoned and paralyzed. Also, rumor has it this particular drow does not fear sunlight. Lastly, if any of you are an arachnophobe, you have my sympathies. Ezith chimes in, our scouts have reported armies of giant spiders. And Exium says, but there is help for you in Sara. Seek out the Soothsayer near Apaku Castle, where Sulkatesh was defeated so many years ago. This Soothsayer is a skilled cryptologist and can aid you against the Spore Queen's general. Make sure to choose the color of the amaranth, the bounty of this realm, and it will protect you. Grave Alice is what the oracle is called. And your father turns to all of you with a very warm smile. He's in his humanoid form, by the way, if you're wondering.
He wouldn't fit if he wasn't.
Well, he's sitting,
He's not
right?
gonna fit. Yeah, he's not
He's
gonna
got
sit
a
in the
cloak
chair.
on.
And he says, sons, you have made it so far. I am proud of each one of you, especially for your discovery of the 13th door into the Proxus. And you notice that the other 5 wizards are nodding. They obviously are either descendants or they're part of the ones who completed the challenges.
I tell him we told Alvendalf what we did, and he was happy too.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure. Did he want to celebrate? He must have wanted to celebrate.
We did. We partied. We had a pig roast. It was.
We might have had some Oganja.
Very good. Well, we're all very proud of you. And he turns to Glaton and he says, you are only the second goblin to have helped discover one of the passages. And he turns to the other 3 of you and says, and the first halfling, and the first tiefling, and the first furbolg. You should be all proud of yourselves for getting this far. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Pop.
Now, we must get
Did we get an army to fight the other army that you're sending us against, or was it just the 4 of us?
Well, it's the one general. He's not as strong as the one that we're about to go face in Mulgrew. The armies of giant spiders, the scouts have reported, but they're just spiders. Surely you're not frightened of spiders, are you?
I'm not afraid of anything.
It's the giant part that really gets me.
Most things are giant to us, bro.
Yeah, that's my
We
point.
have to find.
Even
I
my
have to
brother.
find a
Even our
true.
brother.
It's okay, Glutod. I can speak giant.
And he sees
Okay.
he sees Uko trying to speak up, and he says, "Yes, son. Seek out the soothsayer, Grave Alice."
In the Apuko ruins?
You said Tooth Slayer.
Castle.
He's
Acapulco
It's in
ruins?
Apocalypse Castle.
she
Apocalypse Now Castle?
She's located somewhere near Apaku Castle, which is located midway between Sara and Covinth on the Sara side. You have a map of Amonrath. I'll be happy to point it out to you. But first we must get you there. You have some time.
Can we teleport to Ravenscroft? Isn't that close?
Well, according to the map, your choices are Ravenscroft or Tarathiel.
Or Sara. Or Tarathiel, yeah.
I would. You could also go to Greymouth Point. It actually is located closer to Greymouth Point, but I would advise.
But more
against that.
dangerous. But more dangerous and political.
I would definitely
Greymouth
avoid
has
that.
mean people.
So you could go to Ravenscroft and travel down the Morning's Cry River. It's right there. Or Tarathiel and do a overland trek. I guess looking at the map now, Ravenscroft would probably be your best bet.
Well, is there a river vehicle that can get us there faster down the Morning Cry?
We call those boats.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
The
It was on land the whole way, right?
Yeah, Uko, I'm sorry. Right, you want to be on land.
The Morning's Cry River will carry a barge, but it's not deep enough for any larger ship to go down. In fact,
As long as it'll carry a bard, we're good.
Yes, you can carry the barge. Bard. He kind of chuckles. He says, "You are my favorite." So why don't we rest for the night? I've put you up at the only inn here in Sanmar, where you can get a good night's sleep. It has a... He kind of chuckles. The name leaves a lot to be desired, but I guarantee that it's a comfortable inn run by two delightful dwarvish women, Mabrielle and her partner Sarah. The meals are hearty and delicious, and I believe you'll enjoy it. Just look for the repulsive toad.
Repulsive Toad. We shall go there now.
It
And
reminds
then-
me of Icky Thorn.
Oh, where did you hear about Icky Thorn?
It's a long story.
Well, you know, Icky
It's
Thorn
a secret.
was the old location of where Mason is now.
And Vethid Regal.
You did hear about
Was-
Vethregal.
Yeah, I get headaches sometimes when we have to think about things.
Well, that's funny that you should bring that up, because you know Vethregal was one of the. Thank you. Thank you, Rainick. Was that Rainick?
Yeah.
I think so. Vethregal was one of the adventurers who helped defeat Sul-Katash near the Akapu Castle.
Okay.
Wow.
It's
full
that's
circle.
what we were told. And he was the other goblin. That's why I remembered I had a sort of personal connection, you know.
And she was the only other goblin other than you now to have discovered an entryway into the Proxus. So, wow. I am so proud of all of you. Very good. Okay, so do you have any other questions from me, or my team of the Galadrin
So
Company are
many.
ready to go right now. We waited for you to bring you on board and tell you what was going on, but I must leave.
Oh. What do you have to do?
Oh, well, the... Scroll.
I was told to ask questions.
Galaderos, this is Okan the Quick, the dwarf, says, Galaderos plans to seek aid from the Galadrin Company to help defeat one of the Spore Queen's servants in Malgru.
Okay, so Galadrin, those are elves, right? Right, Dad?
Say that again?
Galadrin, those are elves?
The Galadrin Company, no, you're thinking of Galadriel, different story.
Well, I just don't know, yeah.
The
What are
Galadrin
Galadrin?
Company is a company made up of females who they were formed because of Galaderos and his generosity after they helped him with a couple of things. And
Fathering about 86 kids.
All the girls he slept with. Got it.
I mean, true D&D lore doesn't go that way, but that's the way I took it. And he says, I'm taking this company up to defeat the second general up in Malgru and finally destroy that pass, Barund Pass. If we don't destroy it, more orcs are just going to keep surging forward, downward into the Obsidian Wilds. And these aren't normal orcs. They are monstrosities.
They're sporks.
They're sporks.
They have little pointy ears.
Yeah, they're spore orcs.
Super powered orcs. Yeah. So there's an elven general. I got that, and they're drow, and I got that. And then where are they going, and what are we doing to them?
I got the face palm.
We got to go to the Anchoku ruins to meet
This
somebody.
soothsayer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A soothsayer.
Grave
Sooth-
Alice.
With 2 F's?
And
Grave Alice.
and she will help you. Just choose the color of the Amonrath.
It needs to be purple, right?
That's correct.
Cool. And does Soof have 2 F's?
He smiles. Good luck, sons.
Before he takes off, I tell my father, "Hey, Dad, I got a gift for you."
Oh, you do?
And then I reach into my pack and I pull out a ham hock from last night, or this morning, actually, and I give that to him.
Okay.
Nice and spicy, the jerk seasoning.
He holds out his hands.
Delicious.
And he looks at you,
It's the best thing I got.
and
Awesome.
and a smile, a very big smile, creeps across his face. And in a flash, you see his eyes turn from humanoid to the long slitted lizard-like draconic eyes in a flash with a little twinkle, like you have definitely pleased the dragon side of me with this offering. But he maintains his humanoid figure and accepts your gift gratefully. Thank you, son.
Now listen, when we go see this soup saver, how long does he hold on to our soup?
Just remember to ask for the Amonrath.
Purple.
Purple
Yes.
soup. Got it.
Yes.
Purple soup, got it.
I must
Next
go.
name of the episode.
I must go.
Purple soup.
They're expecting me. We must head north as soon as possible. There could be no more delays. Goodbye,
Dad, you
son.
realize
Dad.
you're always leaving. You're
Dad,
always
as
leaving.
always, it's great to see you for about 30 seconds.
We love you, don't die.
Love you.
Yeah.
And with that, he takes his leave and hastily runs out of the chamber. And the other five wizards stand up from their chairs. The meeting is obviously over, and walks you all to the door, quite pointedly, and gives you directions to the repulsive toad.
Ravenous
Yeah.
toad.
And that's
Yeah, we're
where
gonna
we'll
go
end tonight's episode.
Fun episode.
All right.
Good job.
Thank Thank you. We didn't think
I
that
was
was...
drawing on a table. with my
Thanks for
coloring.
watching,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks everyone for
Okay.
joining us. Quite a crowd tonight. We didn't think we'd have any combat, and then right before the break, they all decided to go pig hunting, so that was fun.
It was fun.
That was a fun. I need to go on the beach to do that. All right, well, let's... we got shenanigans going on tonight. Is that correct?
Unfortunately, no. Someone has a medical issue, and they have decided to play a rerun tonight.
Okay. Well, we can look and see who else we can. Anyone in chat have any suggestions? And we'll go to our thank you screen. Thank you all so much, and I'll leave the sound on so Beaufort can play us off while we look for Chief
Bears
Snow.
suggestion.
Yeah. And we'll raid that. So thank you guys. Bard and Bear.
Good night,
Of course.
everyone.
Let's go raid Bard and Bear. Sounds like a plan. All right, everybody. Please stay tuned to raid with us, and you all have a great night. Good night,
And you
everybody.
as well.